Welcome back, everyone. Happy Tuesday to you. It's been a couple of days. Yeah, the mail's been a little bit funky lately here. More political ads and TTMs. We need to reverse that trend, definitely. But this is not a political debate. We are not going to get into politics on this channel. We are only talking about the good things, like TTMs. As we can see today, we got two returns that have come back in. Interesting thing I literally just noticed as I'm looking at these are the stamps that I just get printed when I go to one of the self-serve kiosks at a couple of the local post offices. And I just noticed that they actually had changed the designs from the kind of the full-on American flag and then kind of the American flag with a sky background there. I think this one is older than this one, but I really have no idea for sure. So I don't know. That was just one of those things. I like to try and look at the little nuances that sometimes tip me off to what we've got. You'll also notice that today we've got a little bit of a shadow here going on. It is after hours here. I am back to work, at least temporarily. So any of my videos, except for on the weekends, are going to be afternoon, evening. And with the time change coming on, it's getting earlier every day, or earlier every day. That made no sense. Getting darker sooner each day. So we got to have some overhead lighting. And until I come up with a better idea, we just got some shadows that we're going to deal with. But I can deal with it if you guys can. So let's get on to the good stuff for today. We got two returns here, one out of Seattle, Washington, one out of San Bernardino, California. I'm hoping that the Seattle one is what I think it is, and just kind of judging by the way the envelope is, and it's kind of got this bend right here with it. That's not a bend that is a bent card. I think there are two cards side by side, and that may kind of tip me a little bit to who this may be. Keep my fingers crossed, and yeah, that's exactly how it is. You can kind of see the way they set up the two cards. And yes, the return I was hoping for. John Olerud, former Toronto Blue Jay, New York Mets. I don't know if he played anywhere else in his career. But this is one I had been waiting on for quite some time. I had seen that people were getting their responses back from him, and mine just was not showing up, and kept waiting and going, man, I hope didn't lose the letter or lose the return. So when I saw this show up on Informed Delivery today, I kind of had my fingers crossed hoping that this would be him. So yeah, I actually don't have Olerud in my collection. I think I may have him on like a Sports Illustrated that I got from a good friend. I actually have to check that because maybe I might send it out to him to get it signed if I don't have him on it. I got to look and see. Dennis, if you're watching, you're the one I'm talking about. Thanks again, buddy. The magazine is awesome. But yeah, 2 of 2 from Olerud. He's pretty darn solid when it comes to TTMs. It takes a little while sometimes, but really, really solid. Fun fact about Olerud is you'll notice that here with his card here of him in the field, if you look at his hat, it's actually a hard shell helmet. That was one of the things throughout his career. Olerud was scared of, I don't know if scared, but he definitely had awareness of getting hit by a ball. And off the top of my head, I can't remember. He may have had some type of medical condition that prompted that. And that's kind of what I'm leaning to. Feel free, if you guys know the story, put it in the comments, just so I know for sure. But that was one of the hallmarks of Olerud going back to even when he came up as a rookie with the Blue Jays, was that he wore a regular batting helmet when he was batting, but he wore almost like a fitted hard shell cap when he was in the field, and that was kind of one of his hallmarks. That's one of the things I certainly do remember him for throughout his career. So really stoked. Certainly a great add to the Mets collection, and as you can see, I kind of picked out these cards in particular because of the amount of white on there, so that the autograph really pops, and he really took care of it on there. So great start for the day. 2 of 2 from Mr. John Olerud. And that was out for, gosh, months. I don't even know exactly how long, but it was out for quite a while. Okay, second return. This is the one that came out of San Bernardino, California. And what we have here is a Hall of Fame kind of day. We have Vaclav Nedomansky. Vaclav was a member of the 2019 Hall of Fame class. I was actually there for his induction, but I did not see him at all the weekend to get anything signed. But he is a good signer through the mail, so I figured I would pop these out. I don't remember if maybe on one of my early videos, or maybe it might have even been before that, I did send a couple things out to him early on, like early pandemic or maybe even pre-pandemic. But I wanted to go ahead and just pop out a few more here while I knew that he was still signing, but certainly give it plenty of time before I did. So yeah, it's probably been a good 6 months plus since I've sent out to him. But I just had come across a couple of extras and wanted to go ahead and send them out. The thing that's interesting with these is I can't quite tell because it doesn't have the indentations to it. It's definitely not signed in like a Sharpie, but if you see, it doesn't have those indentations necessarily that you would have if you signed in a ballpoint pen. So I'm wondering if he was using like a really thin felt pen with this, like a Stedler or something, or maybe some type of a gel pen, but really something where, and purposely kind of putting that in the light like that, because normally you would see, if it was a traditional ballpoint pen, you'd see the indentations on there with these non-gloss cards, and we don't see any of that. And let's take a look at another one here. Yeah. So whatever he used to sign is definitely a something that flows very easily, more marker-like than pen-like. But 3 more, for the Hall of Fame collection. And actually 2 of these 3 I did not even have previously. I only dug them out kind of after the fact. So I think previously I'd only sent him the 80-81, so the 79-80 and then the 81-82. So these are the only 3 NHL cards that he had. So the collection is now complete. So quick day today with the TTMs, 2 of 2. So great returns with that one. I was certainly waiting for and hoping that would show up eventually with the John Olerud 2 of 2 return, and then 3 of 3 from Vaclav Nedamansky, NHL Hall of Famer. So that's a great return overall for the day. Fingers crossed, we're going to have more videos later in the week with hopefully a lot of new returns. I did find some more NC State addresses over the weekend that I sent out to that, based on the addresses, I'm hoping I should get a quick return if they're checking their mail and I got the addresses right, and fired out to some of the baseball Hall of Famers that are openly signing right now for small fees. So wanted to just kind of get them while they're still affordable. So with that, we're going to put a bow on the video for today. Everyone, as always, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all the likes, all the comments and feedback. Keep them going. Certainly, as you've seen, I enjoy the comments because I try to respond to each and every person. So I do thank you all for taking the time to watch the video. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. I'm always happy to help any way I can. If you need an address or some tips on anything, happy to be there for you guys. And with that, I will leave you with hoping that you stay safe, have fun, and I hope that your mailboxes are full of ink and not political donations and campaign ads ink, but the good kind of ink, TTM ink. Till next time, guys, take care.